There is a Big Brother episode.
You're starting a video like this, are you?
I reference this every time. I've already filmed this video and then I didn't do a thumbnail, so we just sort of discarded it. And I honestly can't stop thinking about it. So there's a Big Brother episode where Jackie Stallone enters the Big Brother house, and Bridget, what's her last name, was in there. Sylvester
Nielsen?
Yeah, Nielsen. Bridget, Sylvester Stallone's ex-lover. And
what?
And Jackie walks in a big fur coat, and Bridget goes, "Oh, Jackie, is that you?" "Yeah, it's Jackie."
Hey.
Oh my God, Jackie! Yeah, Jackie.
The Gucci Jackie, everyone.
Nothing to do with anything about this bag, but Bethany seems to enjoy that story.
I love it, sorry. And every time I see this bag, I think of Jackie Stallone walking into Big Brother house, and I know that's like sacrilege because this bag was essentially named after Jackie Kennedy, but I don't feel bad about it. It's life. So we are BS. I'm in front of the camera, obviously. Bethany, Austin's behind the camera.
Hi.
We co-own the business. A lot of people say we interrupt each other. We don't. We like to have an open conversation about the product over the camera with you. Debate in the comments, shouts in the comments. It's fine. We've got thick skin. Anyway, so today we have a luxury resale shop in Somerset, Shepton Mallet. The UK is in current lockdown, so we are reviewing all the bags we get in. However, they are going quickly.
Hotcakes, if you will.
Hotcakes. If you're interested in any bags that you see on YouTube, then please find us on Instagram at BS Luxury Lifestyle to discuss purchasing or for more information about the said bag. Until I have had the time to get them up on the website, because people are just like on it. It's so on it.
I was just going to say, if you are interested in buying from us across the board or buying luxury, please follow our Instagram at BS Luxury Lifestyle. On the basis that we did a few reviews this morning, and both those bags have already sold without being videoed. It's just an Instagram picture, not on the website, not on anything.
We do also share our personal collections here, personal hauls, personal closet tours, etc. But we will try and make it as abundantly clear as possible which items are for sale. This item is for sale. So
what a beaut!
Let's get into it, guys.
Let's get into it. That's so YouTubey.
Let's get into it. This is the Gucci Jackie. Famously, it was called the Constantine or Constantine or Constance. Yeah, one of those. In the 60s when it was bought out, they've literally just refurbed it or regenerated it or rehyped it now.
Reintroduced it.
It's now called the Jackie 1961. So one would assume that it was released in 1961. However, Jackie Kennedy famously shielded her face from the paparazzi using this bag. I sound like one of those great documentaries, and that's always been my goal in life, to be a documentary voice. I've always wanted to do that. Anyway, famously shielded her face with one of these bags in 1970, and from that day on, not that day, probably a few days after, it was renamed the Jackie, and everyone loves it. There's been a lot of different variations of this bag, colour-wise, shape-wise, size-wise, life-wise. The clasp has changed over the years, gone back to the original, come and gone loosely, but the shape remains the same. This has been BS, and I'd like to thank you for watching. That was really good, wasn't it? I was really impressive with my voice there. Anyway, so let's actually talk about what I'm talking about. So, the re-release of this bag, do you know what? I didn't think they were going to hit it. I thought they might at some point, because the Jackie is very timeless. I didn't think they would refurb it at this point in Gucci's lifestyle. They just bought out North Face. I didn't really like, but I'm not mad, right? I'm not mad. So they do 4 different sizes. They do the mini, the small, the medium, the large. They don't all come in, so they come in leather, canvas, and patterned and all that.
Whatever Gucci wants to make them in, really.
But like, for example, on the website right now, they haven't got the large in the leather. They've only got the large in the Supreme monogram canvas. So it just depends what colourway you're going for. So don't like shout at me if you can't get a mini in leather.
They do so many different combos.
Yeah, it's not. They've got a medium and small in the leather at the moment, but then in the canvas they've got all the size range.
Yeah.
So it just depends. The largest canvas is $3,000. I'm just going off dollars at the moment because that's what I look at mainly. We have a lot of American viewers. And the medium leather is about $2,500 thousand.
So we're talking about a lot. If they were to make a large leather, you're probably talking between about three and a half. Yeah, okay, it's $1,000 mind.
This is leather, obviously. That's why I mention it. So this is the largest Jackie you can get. It's very large.
I'm waiting for you to do the Jackie noise every time, though.
Sorry, you see?
That's you. You've put that on me.
It's Jackie. Jackie. I love it so much. She's my absolute rest in peace. Right, so this one is in like a tan brown. Now I can't promote this colour enough. It's like the richest tan brown I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's got depth.
And I'm a Mulberry fan. Oak got nothing on this. It's it's just lovely. It's really rich. It's really lovely. It's a really soft leather. I wouldn't go as far as say it was a smooth calf or anything like that. It's got a slight grain and texture to it.
Yep.
But it's very soft, very like hobo-esque. It's got that real hobo feel to it. So it's actually oddly structured. The corners are like reinforced with these leather like patch, which makes it very structured in the corners, so it retains its shape. Whereas the body, you can see, is very soft.
I think
does
the corners,
that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I think the corners and the way the strap is, the top strap.
Yeah.
I think the same kind of in a structured way and kind of twisted.
So
I think that gives it the shape. Yeah.
The middle striping, very classic Gucci. Normally, obviously, would be red and green, but for special editions, they have yellow, they have green and pink, obviously here, etc. This is a very traditional webbed feel, but it's actually nylon. So I would say it feels, I know I shouldn't say it, but it feels like a seatbelt. It's very similar, like feel to it. And then you've got, I'll just move across the bag as I go. It's got the soft gold hardware, so the shiny gold. I'll just zoom in for that. This one has the dog clip style open and close, which is very reminiscent of the time this bag came out, which was sort of mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously people will recognise the classic Jackie clasp would be the button and the push.
Yeah, the kind of more rectangular, square kind of shape.
So they alter a bit depending on. They did some special edition ones. We've got a large tote coming in, which is in mesh.
That's got the kind of the more square kind of original.
So we'll do
kind of
another video on that to reinforce the different types of bags. So please don't be put off it if it has a different class. It still describes as a Jackie. It's just from a different time point. It's like having a limited edition, really, sort of thing. The top of the bag, the handle is like I've nearly hit myself in the face like 4 times.
I think you just did, yeah.
The handle is very structured and it's probably my favourite part of the bag. The 2 side pieces are very much reinforced, solid leather there, which allows the handles to sit freely, which never happens. It's like my favourite thing. I'm literally talking through the handle. It's like so satisfying.
I must say, when we photograph bags or we kind of, I guess, merchandise them, to have a handle which sits like that is like the dream.
It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. And it also, in that, reinforces the rest of the bag to keep it shape. Very, very clever design points. It also, you can see as well, the handle tapers, so it allows it to sit on your shoulder. It's on your shoulder. By the way, I'm just like, side note, bloopers are left in here. We don't edit
anything.
I edit slightly, but just literally to like the end and the beginning, because like, where's the fun if you're editing out the rubbish bits?
If we've edited it, it must have been real bad.
Hello, my name's Bethany, and this is a Jackie. This is a smooth cuff leather. Like, it's so boring. Come on, guys, let's get with the program. Underneath the handle, which is also a lovely feature, is gold leaf Gucci branding. I just think that's like pretty. That's really like, if you want to do a little side flex and you put it down the table and everyone sees your Gucci label, you know I'm that person. Wait until you see my next Gucci haul. You know I'm that person. It's got the slight adjustment on there if you want to make it a bit smaller, but I think honestly it sits really, really lovely. As a plus size woman, in case anyone wants to know, I always mention this because I haven't always been plus size, obviously. If I know what, I would love to know what handbags would fit nicely onto my shoulder. Do you see what I'm saying?
Maybe that's a video in itself.
And you can't type in, I'm a size 18, what if it's my shoulder?
Well, sometimes we get the same question about a crossbody.
Yeah,
so for example, will it fit crossbody? With all due respect, It depends on the lady.
Yeah.
It depends on the shape, the size, the style of the bag.
Yeah. I also get asked to show bags tried on a lot, and I don't do it. And I can tell you now, I don't do it because what it looks like on me, on my shoulder, will look very different to you if you're a size 8 to 10.
It's so true. It's not a fair gauge.
I want you to see the bag how it's intended to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Not like just, you know.
No, that's fair enough.
It's like
I think that's a fair
shoes
comment.
on that aren't your size. It's
Yes.
Just, you know, it's
Yeah.
a thing. Anyway, so this does fit very comfortably on majority of shoulders. Obviously, that is dependent on you and how you like your bag to sit.
And also what coat you're wearing
For
even.
me, like in this fur, it will sit on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the back of the bag, very beautiful. Obviously the clasp that follows round with, I call it gruyere stitching. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
The double 2 points on the.
It's
on
very
the-
precise and very
yeah.
finished stitching.
Yeah. So the back of the bag's very plain, but it's obviously it goes against your body. And the party is very much in the front.
For sure.
I hope you can see this as well as I can see it.
I think as well, just really opening it, a nice thing about this bag is if you kind of maybe you're taking it out and you want to kind of show it off,
Yeah.
but then maybe you're in a situation where you didn't want to and you just want to have a brown shoulder bag,
Yeah.
you flip it over and it's just very discreet.
Business in the back, party in the front.
All
So
day.
the opposite of a mullet.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to take the stuffing out
You ready?
and pass it to my glamorous assistant. Inside is very beautiful. It's very satisfying. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
So it's a like Hessian beige textured fabric lining. It is lovely. It feels like organic. It makes me feel like I'm getting in touch with the earth by wearing a £4,000 handbag. It's got 2 slip
So
pockets.
earthy.
It's got a really old school phone pocket, which obviously would never fit a phone ever in it. You know when
Like the Nokia kind of like
Motorola-
702, 402 kind of era.
Motorola Pebbles.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's there if you want to put your pens in it or something. It's got a zip pocket along the back, and then you've got your Gucci logo,
Serial number, tab,
with
etc.
serial number, etc. I don't really go too much into that on this channel because I've had a lot of requests for authentication videos, and I will do them eventually. It's not that I don't want to do them, it's just that
It's quite a long video, and
it varies so much from bag to bag that
And
it's just I would have to do authenticating a Jackie,
Yes,
and then authenticating a Mulberry Bayswater. You
You
do
can't.
a general
Exactly.
overlook of Gucci
You
based
can't-
on
you
the
can't
serial
do-
numbers. And
Sorry
things
to
like that.
interrupt. Yeah, you're right.
I
You're
know,
right.
he's just going to interrupt me. I'm so sad. We've been trying to get really good at not interrupting each other, by the way.
I'm talking.
I hope you've noticed. Anyway, so it's one large compartment with that Hessian style inner. It's in excellent condition. I would put it at a 9.8 out of 10.
9.8.
I would take 0.2 away from it because it hasn't got any labels.
Oh yeah, I see what you're
it's
saying.
very nice condition. If you're interested in a Jackie,
Go on.
nearly, it's Jackie.
It's a gorgeous bag.
It's a gorgeous bag. Like I've said, they've just been rejuvenated or rehyped by Gucci. So it is a great way of getting a sort of new season bag at a reduced price because they've always made them. When I was working there, they had some ostrich ones in stock at Outlet. So if you want to get a reduced ostrich one, but the only other way obviously is to get pre-loved, and especially when they're in nice as condition as this. So if you're interested in this bag at all, then please come over to Instagram and see us. I believe we have it up at 550 or 600. Don't quote me. I'll let you know. But you can, based on the fact that retail now would be about £2,500, you're getting a crackingly massive discount.
Yeah, it is good.
And to be honest, it's fun. I think it's a lovely bag. We're getting a lot of attention around it, like the styling of it. It's very classic. It's it's not in your face.
I think this colour as well, this is not necessarily a straight, that's got to be Gucci kind of colour. So if you're a collector, I think that's a real nice bag because it's an obvious Jackie, but at the same token, it's not necessarily an obvious kind of Supreme print or GGG monogram or, So I think, I think it's cool.
If you're also interested in Gucci, I've just done a video, my last video was Gucci Plus, 1980s vintage Gucci vintage.
Easy for you to say.
If you're interested in that, I do have a mega haul coming up. So it's a personal haul. So when they arrive, then
We
I
could
will
do like
do
that.
a haul on it.
Yeah, we could do like a whole proper full unboxing though, as in like
Yeah,
not open
unboxing
it and
and
bring
stuff.
it here. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, if you're interested in that, we do have loads of Gucci videos up. So if you want to delve into our playlist, then I do have a Gucci playlist. Otherwise, the next review will be Chanel espadrilles.
And that might even be me. Who knows?
Ooh, Austin. Other than that, we've got some Cartier coming up, Cartier handbags. Makes a nice change from love bracelets.
And a wallet?
Even though I've got loads of them. Huh?
We have a wallet as well from
We've got
Cartier.
a wallet, Cartier. I think we just got a lot coming in every day. So I'm trying to catch up now because we missed a couple of days, and obviously things were still coming in during those days. So
we're backpedaling, guys.
We're backpedaling, so you're going to get a whole lot of video from us, and we'll throw some fun comment videos in as well while we're there because we get some lovely comments. So this is the Gucci Jackie. If you're interested, then do find us on Instagram, BS Luxury Lifestyle.